10 people were arrested and charged in less than 24 hours in Clarendon for breaches of the Disaster Risk Management Act. It comes as the police issued a strong warning to persons who refuse to wear masks in public spaces. Kelisha Williams has that story.
The Clarendon police are not letting up on people who continue to flout the COVID-19 protocols. Today, Maypen was their destination, and for those found in breach, this truck was on standby to take them to the police station.
Special emphasis was placed on the Disaster Risk Management Act. This is due to the impact of COVID-19 through the island of Jamaica. We believe through enforcement, the security forces will significantly lower the spread of same.
It was a joint operation with the Jamaica Defense Force, the Transport Authority, and the Maypen Municipal Corporation. The operation was so intense that it quickly drew a crowd.
Today, we arrested 5 persons. However, only 3 persons were charged. Yesterday, Salt River, 8 persons were arrested and charged.
Under the Act, people can be arrested and charged for not wearing masks in public spaces. The government is also working to implement a ticketing system where people could pay a fine of $5,000. So over the next few weeks, the police said they will be stepping up enforcement in the parish. So far, there have been over 2,500 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Clarendon and over 25 deaths.
I hope and trust that citizens continue, as it is not just the police who is enforcing and wanting to enforce, but they must understand the risk involved, not wearing masks, not social distancing, and the impact on the health system and Jamaica at large.
Kelisha Williams, TVJ News.
The police are trying to find the people involved in the abduction of an elderly man who was put in a pit estimated to be more than 50 feet deep. The police learnt of the incident and went to Jones Avenue in Spanish Town, St. Catherine to find the elderly man. Kirk Wright has the tale.
Our information is that last Thursday, the elderly man's car, a Nissan AD wagon, was stolen, and the thieves took him to Jones Avenue in Spanish Town, where he was dumped in a pit.
It's over 55 feet deep.
We also learned that when the police arrived at the location of the pit on Jones Avenue Sunday morning, a man who was seemingly guarding the elderly man fled. Then it was time to pull the man to safety. For the firemen, that wasn't an easy task. A plan was worked out and the fireman lowered into the pit. Mission accomplished. After 3 days in a pit more than 50 feet deep, the elderly man was finally out and exhausted. He was taken to hospital. The police are still trying to find the man's car. Kirk Wright, TVJ News.
The Tourism Product Development Company has revealed that the party boat that capsized in Negril, Westmoreland over the weekend was operating illegally. TVJ News has also been informed that the police are far advanced in their investigations. Anthony Lugg has details.
The incident, which nearly caused mass casualties over the weekend in Negril, Westmoreland.
This party boat actually capsized.
This after unruly revelers moved offshore in an attempt to flout COVID-19 gathering restrictions, according to the police. The incident might have been frightening for those on board as well as onlookers, but what the investigation, which is ongoing, has revealed is also worrying. Ian Dare is board chairman of the Tourism Product Development Company, TPDCO.
My understanding is that the operator was not licensed by the tourist board or the Tourism Product Development Company. So in effect, my understanding is that they were operating illegally.
The operators of the boat are to be charged by the police, who have confirmed that investigations are far advanced in relation to the breaches of the Disaster Risk Management Act. It's still not clear whether the vessel is certified by the Maritime Authority of Jamaica, but it's not the first time an unlicensed boat has been found carrying visitors. In December of 2018, 2 people died after the boat in which they were traveling capsized mid-waters. 11 other passengers, including the captain, had to be rescued by a Jamaica Defense Force Coast Guard vessel. Thankfully, no lives were lost in last weekend's incident.
It just reinforces the position that, you know, the reason why there is a TPD and a JTB licensing program along with all the other licensing regimes is that primarily it's there for the safety of our guests and the people that participate in those type of activities. And so we are imploring for everybody that is in the industry to follow the law, go through the process of being certified and being licensed, because at the end of the day, it protects you, it protects your customers.
In the meantime, head of the Westmoreland Police Division, Superintendent Robert Gordon, says they'll be strategic and will continue to prosecute those who continue to breach the Disaster Risk Management Act, whether on land or sea. Anthony Lugg, TVJ News.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced changes to weekend curfew measures aimed at limiting the spread of COVID-19. Mr. Holness, who is still speaking in Parliament at this moment, also said Labor Day will be a no-movement day. Now, Vashon Brown has been following the proceedings and now joins us live in studio. Vashon, what's the latest?
All right, thank you so much, Herman. Now, the island's COVID-19 positivity rate yesterday reached the lowest point since February of 8.5%. For Prime Minister Andrew Holness, this is a significant reduction, an indication, he says, that cases are trending down. But he cautioned that any celebration at this stage would be premature. What he was convinced of, however, is that the numbers are heading in the right direction. He says this is an indication that the measures implemented have been effective in slowing down the virus. Now, just moments ago in Parliament, he said the Ministry of Health has recommended that the current measures remain in place for the next 6 weeks, but there will be changes to the weekend curfew measures.
The weekend curfews, Madam Speaker, for the next 4 weeks, the next 4 weekends, the weekend curfew will start at 6 p.m. on a Saturday and end 5 a.m. on the following Sunday. It will begin again at 2 p.m. on the Sunday and end on 5 a.m. on the following Monday. And this will go on for the next 4 weekends.
Now, the weekday curfew measure will continue to start at 8 p.m. each day and end at 5 a.m. the following day until June 3. There will also be changes to the curfew measures for Labor Day.
On Monday, the 24th of May, 2021, there will be an all-day curfew. So that will be a no-movement day. Therefore, on Sunday, May 23rd, the curfew will begin at 2 p.m. and it will go right through Monday and end at 5 a.m. on Tuesday, the 25th of May. So there will be some adjustments which Minister Grange will announce for Labor Day.
Now, as for education, students sitting exit exams will have an opportunity to attend physical classes.
Cabinet has therefore given approval for the resumption of face-to-face instruction as of Monday, May 10th, 2021, for those students sitting the PEP grade 6 ability test and those in grades 11 to 13 to sit the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC and the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE, the City and Guilds and the National Vocational Qualifications, or NVQJs.
Now, the other major announcement related to travel restriction. The Prime Minister said more countries will be added to Jamaica's travel restriction list.
We are extending the travel restrictions that we have to include India and Trinidad and Tobago, effective Wednesday, May 5, 2021, until the 2nd of June, 2021. The travel ban for South American countries, Brazil, Chile, Peru, Colombia, Argentina, and Paraguay, is also being extended until the 2nd of June, 2021. Of course, we continue to reassess these as circumstances warrant.
Now, as you mentioned, Herman, the Prime Minister is at this hour still speaking in Parliament, and we will continue to update you on his other announcements. So it's back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Vashon Brown, there with the latest from Parliament. Tragedy struck in Longville Park, Clarendon, sometime after 3 o'clock this afternoon, following a 3-vehicle collision. A school bus belonging to Clarendon College, a taxi, and another bus were involved in the crash. The driver of the taxi died on the spot after sustaining injuries to the head and upper body.
The man that died is my driver for many years now. I was at the market and I get a news that your driver dead. Me say, like your driver dead. Me say, which one of them? And he say, Hector. He's on the ground up at New Road. So I left and come up here. When I come, he's now on the ground lying down over there. Where they said they had a three-vehicle accident there.
Passers-by and firefighters who were quick on the scene assisted the injured to hospital. The emergency crews had to cut several people from the wreckage. The cause of the crash is not yet known.